Crazy by William Peter Blatty. Narrated by Stephen Hoye. Copyright 2010 by William Peter Blatty. This unabridged audiobook is published by arrangement with St. Martin's Press and was produced in the year 2010 by Tantor Media, Incorporated, which holds the copyright thereto. Only if we know that the thing which truly matters is the infinite can we avoid fixing our interest upon futilities and on all kinds of goals which are not of real importance. Carl Jung, Memories, Dreams, Reflections. Hell is the inability to love. Fyodor Dostoevsky, The Brothers Karamazov. 1. Where do I begin? The 7th grade at St. Stephen's on East 28th Street in 1941, I suppose, because that's where and when I first met Jane. Back before we grew up, and she started disappearing and then reappearing in some place like Tibet or Trushal, Oman, from where she'd send me picture postcards with tiny scrawled messages in different colored ink, such as, "Thinking of you sometimes in the morning," or "Angkor Wat really smells, Joey, don't ever come here for a vacation." But there'd only be a day between the postmarked dates, and sometimes no difference at all between them, and then all of a sudden she'd reappear again looking years younger, which is nothing, I suppose, when compared to that time when supposedly she levitated 6 feet off the ground when she thought they were running out of Peter Paul Mound's candy bars at the refreshment counter of the old Superior Movie House on 30th Street and 3rd Avenue, back when there were L trains rumbling overhead, and a nickel got you 2 or 3 feature films, plus a Buck Jones Western chapter, 4 cartoons, bingo, and an onstage paddleball contest, when supposedly a theater usher approached her and told her, "Hey, come on, kid, get down. You can't be doing that crazy stuff in here." And right away she wobbled down to the seedy lobby carpet, gave the usher the arm, and yelled, "That's the same kind of crap they gave Tinkerbell." But then I know you have no interest in any of these matters, so fine, let's by all means move on and go back to the beginning, which comes at the end. Medication time. It's December 24th, 2010, and I'm sitting by a window in a 10th floor Bellevue Hospital recovery room, staring down at a tugboat churning up a foaming white V at its prow in the East River's death-dark suicide waters, and looking like it's hugging itself against the cold. "Hiya, kiddo." The pudgy and diminutive nurse Bloor had just breezily waddled into my room, a hypodermic syringe upraised in her pudgy little staff-infested fingers. She stops by my chair, and I look down at her feet, and I stare. I'd never seen a nurse in stiletto heels. She glances over at something I'd sculpted a couple of days before and says, "Hey now, what's that?" And I tell her that it's Father Perot's wooden leg from Lost Horizon, but she doesn't pursue it, nor does she react to my laptop computer. She has read Archie and Mehitabel and knows that sometimes even a rat can type. "Okay. A teensy little stick," she says. I yelp, "Ouch!" "Oh, come on now. Don't tell me that hurt." Well, it didn't. But I wanted to puncture her starched white pride and maddening air of self-assurance. She scowls, slaps a Band-Aid on the puncture, and leaves. Sometimes growth of the soul needs pain, which is something I have always been on the spot to give. The pneumatic door closes with a sigh. I turn my glance to my desk and the gift from Bloor that's sitting on top of it, a foot-tall artificial Christmas tree with different-colored Band-Aids hanging from its branches. For a moment I stare at it dully, and then I shift my gaze to the dry and abandoned public pool down on the corner of 1st Avenue and 23rd, where I almost drowned when Paulie Farragher and Jimmy Connolly kept shoving me back into the pool's deep end every time I tried to climb up and out for air, and I swore any number of choking, coughing blood oaths that if God let me live I would track them to Brazil or to China or the Yucatan, any place at all where I could offer them death without the comfort of the sacraments. Yes, I remember all of that. I do. I remember even though I'm 82 years old. Again.